feel, yeah, Taiwan has been designed to be heaven on earth, actually.
I've always wondered, like, where do the traffic volunteers come from?
From the park where they train at 5 a.m.
It's how community-driven is this society in Taiwan. That's an amazing thing. I think that's why, as a foreigner, when you arrive in Taiwan, you're amazed.
It makes me uncomfortable, like the level of service I'm getting, and I'm not worthy of receiving like the level of service. We already talked about GoShare a lot. Amazing service to have. My Taiwanese girlfriend just got GoShare now.
She's from Linko, or?
she's from Ilan, so Tabado. She went back home, told me how amazing it was. She woke up the next day, and that's when she realized that you also need to end the ride on your GoShare. So she has had her GoShare rented throughout the entire night, getting over, I think, 2,400 NT for her 1 5-minute GoShare ride from like a parking lot and home. But the topic of today's video is the best customer service you've ever received here in Taiwan, because she simply contacted GoShare, explained the situation. Okay, you know, we trust you. We're gonna refund you the amount minus what she actually drove. So she got a 2,400 NT refund, just like that. I mean, from my experience, like the best customer service experience ever. And I've actually worked 1 year in customer service in Sweden. So I'm a customer service professional. What's your best Taiwan customer service experience?
I think if you just arrive in Taiwan, especially straight from France where there's no customer service,
it's insults.
Insult or ignoring you, you know, being rude. You are in Taiwan. Maybe one of your first experience with customer service is you go to Din Tai Fung, and suddenly you realize that waiters can be extra polite, care so much about you. Oh, you have drink a little bit of tea, let me add a little bit more. It's like, wow, this level of care for the customer is crazy.
They have a menu in each language.
And they have people who speak like so many languages. They will come to you and talk to you. It's unbelievable.
Would you pay an extra 20% in France to have better service like they do in the US, even if it's kind of fake?
I think I would, but I trust a lot of French people would not. Maybe Din Tai Fung is slightly more expensive, but the service is so good. You get shocked when you come to Taiwan for the first time and experience this. I have never been in another restaurant in France where they care so much about you like this.
I went back to Sweden like last month. I realized that there's so many things that would like be considered like service that like you have to pay for in Sweden. Such a ridiculous like amount of money. So like if you eat in a restaurant, let's say like you order something like a steak, you don't finish and you want it to go, then you have to pay 30 NT in order for them to put it in a bag for you to go. And it's things like this that is like I have never considered before, but now when I'm like comparing it with Taiwan, I'm like that it's crazy that we accept paying like this amount of money for something that obviously does not have to cost that much money, you know?
Before I came here, I had to change the oil on my scooter. I paid a ridiculous price to change the oil, like 8 USD to get the oil changed. But if it was France, you would pay, you know, much more, and he changes the oil. But in Taiwan, not just changing the oil, they will use the oil spray to spray your brakes and all the little parts. They will make sure you have enough air on your tires, and then you're free to go. Like I don't feel like I'm going to the scooter shop. I feel I'm going to the scooter doctor. They are taking good care of my scooter, and then I can feel safe and go.
No, I want to say that I feel, yeah, Taiwan has been designed to be heaven on earth, actually. The public service, the whole island is a public service, helping everyone for anything. It's going from the Costco girl. You know, when you go down the electric stairs, there is a girl at the end of the electric stairs helping you to push your cart.
Let's just see if we can get the French person here. Electric stairs is an escalator?
Escalator.
Okay.
Okay. I will rephrase. Yeah. So I mean, there is a girl waiting for you at the end of the escalator. What do you want more? If there is this, then there is everything else in Taiwan.
But yeah, it's pretty much everything. The MRT has a voluntary guy making sure nobody gets stuck in the doors. Intersections have someone also making...
I've always wondered, like, where do the traffic volunteers come from?
From the park where they train at 5 a.m.
Like, how is the process, you know? Someone just wake up a day, like they got retired, and they're like, you know, I'm tired of free diving in Xalocho. Let me go up and I want to go in Xini, standing in like the busiest intersection, waving for people like 2 hours every morning, 2 hours every evening.
People here are so nice. They want to help other people. They want to do good for the community. They want their kids to live in a safe environment. They want their grandkids live in an even safer environment where everyone could be happy to go out, safe, don't waste a lot of time, and especially like don't do too hard job. It's how community driven is this society in Taiwan. That's an amazing thing. I think that's why as a foreigner, when you arrive in Taiwan, you're amazed. Because in France, we think about a lot about ourselves first. We are like the center of the world. In Taiwan, they think about other first. It's an amazing thing. Maybe that's why we are so happy here. But yeah, and there are so many. Like he said in the subway. No, one of the good public services is if you lose anything in Taiwan, someone will give it back to you. It can be the police. It can be someone at the subway station, and they will call you to say, by the way, we found your wallet. Just come to pick it. In France, you lose something, you lose it forever. There is no way that you can find it.
I dropped my wallet twice in Xalocho and I got it back. Yeah.
Delivered by sea turtle.
Yes.
Maybe this question is not for Ray, but normally when it comes to like foreigners, like customer service in Taiwan, one of the things that I think we're all surprised about is like getting a haircut. That's why I said maybe this question is not for Ray, and also not for Yuan Yuan because he hasn't cut his hair for like 10 years. Oh, he has cut his own hair.
I cut my hair myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's handy.
In Sweden, you don't get the massage. So it's like a typical Swedish haircut is like 1,500 NT, like 50 euros. And it's just like, if you have like hair wax, then they will rinse it out and dry it up just so like their own scissors won't get like slow, whatever. But they will never do like the massage. They would only shampoo you until like the hair wax is like off, but that will be free. So sometimes I would purposely put hair wax in my hair just to get like what I believe to be like the fancy shampoo, you know? In Taiwan, I feel like it's like a 5 to 10 minute like whole process, and you can get these like special like cooling like function and stuff.
One other thing I feel like it's very different from France is restaurants. When you go to a restaurant and maybe there's a lot of people waiting that night, the girl at the reception, she's totally willing to write your name, even if it's like the 25th name on the list. And she will personally call you when it's time.
Yeah.
So you can go and do your things. Does this happen in France?
No.
In
Usually
France,
they say, oh, we are full.
they just don't care, or they are never gonna take the time to call you with their own phone and spend money from their phone like plan.
Oh,
It
really?
never happened in France.
Oh, wow.
And in Taiwan, I feel like they are so brave to. They are responsible for calling 100 people during that day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I always feel like bad. Like, Minthia likes to like leave her number there. But it's like, for me, it's like, my brain is, oh, this is full. Let's go somewhere else. But she would like leave her number, and then like, you know, and they will call
And
like,
still go somewhere else.
and still go somewhere else. And then they will call like 45 minutes later, you know, like
Yeah.
we're done eating at the second place already. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, 不用谢谢. It makes me uncomfortable. Like the level of service I'm getting. And like I'm not worthy of receiving like the level of service. Same as like when the elevator girls, like who is like in the department stores.
That's a Japanese hold up, like
Yeah, but it's like their main job, like the only job, is like to press the elevator buttons.
Yeah.
So like,
and be cute.
and be cute. They do a great job. But that would almost bother me to the point where I would not take the elevator because I don't want to like disturb them and like have like
Yeah.
Wow.
it's too much
So
for
you
me.
would rather take the stairs.
I think the
electric
electric
stairs.
stairs.
Yeah.
The only other country I can think of that has similar care to customers is Japan. When you're at the airport and they bow to the plane, you know?
Oh,
It's
yes.
Like what is happening?
I want to ask you, do you feel that also, like in the restaurant, the waitress will change their voice to take a waitress voice, which is a very more soft voice, more high
Higher.
pitch. And then when they go back to the restaurant, they will take back their smoker voice and say, "Hi, how are you?" When you're in the restaurant, they're like, "Hi, what do you want for lunch?"
I usually
heard
don't
you
follow the waitresses behind the doors.
But
Yeah, where do you go?
That's my imagination. I always
Oh, your imagination.
Yeah, I always imagine them like wearing masks in the restaurant, wearing long clothes, and then going out and smoking and having tattoos and stuff. Typical Taipei girl.
Speaking about the masks, like one thing that it was just like I couldn't believe that people would care that much. Like when you went during COVID, if you would go to like a restaurant, they were wearing the masks and just like how they would smile with their eyes.
Yeah.
On like in such a like I couldn't really do it right
It's
now.
kind
But
of racist, Lucas.
Do you want me to do it,
okay,
Lucas?
Ray,
You want me to do it?
demonstrate. Was that less racist or what? Or more
It was
racist?
worth asking the Asian guy.
Yeah, but I just felt like
Is 7-Eleven counting as a customer service actually? Because actually I'm just thinking that you can do anything in 7-Eleven. You can pay your bill. In France, to pay your bill, it's so annoying. You have to send thousands of paper. You have to go on internet. The website is not working. You can receive all your package in 7-Eleven. There is a 7-Eleven every 5 minutes. So you can buy food. You can go to toilet. You can use printer.
Even Shellcho has 3 of them.
Even,
And one Family Mart.
right?
speaking about like using the printers, one thing that have always blown my mind is like when you have problem with like the IBAN kiosks because you're a foreigner and the IBAN kiosk is still not available in English. If you have any problem, you just ask like the 7-Eleven clerk and they will step out of their little box and they will come over and they will help you like to print or like to add money on your phone and stuff too. Like in Sweden, they would never happen. And they would just be like, use the kiosk. And they will make you feel stupid for not figuring out how it works. And then you have to go to another 7-Eleven and like try again.
You know, you can buy a drink and kind of a small bakery in a 7-Eleven and you have a promotion on it.
Yeah.
There's a discount. The guy helped me to choose which of the drinks I can buy to have the promotion and tell me this one is the best, take it. I mean, who does that? And last time I was looking for the yoyoka in Taiwan and the one guy was listening to my conversation and he also advised me on the best yoyoka that you can find that has the best pictures, the best things and whatsoever. In France, yeah, I feel the people don't care about you and are just, even they're bored of seeing you or annoyed of seeing you in their store. Taiwan, I think they always have a big smile and happy to welcome you and helping you.
I had an old lady once who followed me. She went on the bus with me, went like 3 bus stops and went off with me, took another bus back just to make sure that I got off on the right bus stop to take like, and then she pointed like the directions of like where I was supposed to go. My first thought was like, don't you have anything better to do? you know? But the second one was like, she didn't gain anything from this, you know? She didn't get any money. Maybe I should have given her something, but you know, she got like nothing. She just like wasted 15 minutes of her day just to make sure that I got on the right street and where I was supposed to go.
So it's funny, but now when I come back in France, I try to be like the Taiwanese and try to welcome every tourist I see. If I see some people watching the metro subway map.
One of the worst parts about Taiwan is the banking system, right? I see a lot of stuff on the forums about how long it takes there. Despite that, like the bank I go to, CTBC, Red Eye Branch, they're just super nice and sweet and patient. Even, you know, sometimes it takes like an hour, but these guys, because my, you know, Mandarin ain't that great. And so they help me fill out stuff. Actually, I can't write at all. Except just write my name in like 1. So they help me fill it out. It's like every single person teller that I've gone to has been super sweet, super nice.
Your bank story reminded me like when we went to, I was buying my scooter and then you have to go to like the DMV to get like the papers in order. And then the second time when I got my license, then I should say in the right order here. I got my license and then I bought a scooter. When you go through the different papers, like same as the bank, like the DMV and the bank is the same. I always say like the Taiwanese system is terrible, but like the people and the clerk is like amazing. So especially when I was buying the scooter, 8 different stations and people within the same office. In Sweden, it would just be like one person, one station, but you have to go through like 8 different things. And I just walked in there and maybe, yes, in this case, because I was a foreigner and they could obviously tell I had no clue what was going on. So then you get like this personal helper, you know, assistant who is like guiding you, like holding like the little like driving license and the little registration card and like takes you like, okay, now we're going to go to like number 4, come with me. And they go to like number 4. Now we're going to go to number 3, come with me, you know? And they just like really, really, really take care of you. Yeah, it's just a side story from your bank.
Well, the same when I was, so I got I recently got Taiwan citizenship, so no.
For real?
I'm not really foreigner now, so
For real?
yeah, last year.
Oh, last year.
Last year, so that's the original reason why I came back to Taiwan in 2020 to get my citizenship and getting all the paperwork done. We would call the offices, or my wife would call the offices because my Mandarin wasn't so good. Wouldn't really get a straight answer. They weren't rude, but they weren't friendly, right? But when we finally got here, and first time we went to immigration in Kaohsiung, super friendly. So once they see your face and they like, you know, it's personalized, right? Then they kind of like turn it on the Taiwanese charm and stuff, and we're way more friendly or way more helpful once you see them.
Thank you all so much for watching. That was everything we had to talk about today. But if you have any more news or updates or anything else Taiwan related that you may or may not want to hear some foreigners' opinions about, please do reach out to our social media or just leave a comment down below and maybe we'll talk about that in the next episode. But if you cannot wait until then, you actually have another video right here and another one right here, which you both can watch right now. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lucas. It starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both and see you all in the next one.